Hey, everybody, and welcome in. I wanted to put out my too early football preview. Basically, summer preview. The spring game is over. I want to go over the spring game. I want to go over last season. Great season. Uh, Basically, I'll do that right now. That was a 12-2 season where Michigan won the Big Ten championship, beat Ohio State, and went to the playoff, which was incredible. Our only regular season loss was to Michigan State on the road, where we had a huge lead, and we got too complacent on offense and quit slinging it downfield, and we lost. Got too conservative, which is a Michigan problem. And that's why we're going to talk about who is gone, but also who is back, and what will the defense look like without, all these first round draft picks and NFL draft picks that we're losing on defense, and what should the offensive philosophy be this season. I'm going to go over that too. Who do I think the starters should be? That's behind this sheet, so you'll see that here in a little bit. But as far as the spring game, I liked the draft process where the offensive and defensive coordinator actually held a draft, and it wasn't just ones versus twos. It was two pretty good teams, and they won against each other. McNamara had the white jersey, so he couldn't get hit. But I think he would have got sacked once, and man, he didn't look good throwing the ball. McCarthy did not play because of his shoulder injury, but that's getting better. I guess he, per Wolverine Digest, he had a set date where he could throw the football again, and so I'm going with that, and I think he'll be ready for fall camp. And hopefully, all this time he can't throw a ball. He's looking at the offensive film and the offensive playbook and getting better. And hopefully McNamara knows this. I'm not a McNamara hater. I love him for winning the Big Ten championship for us. That was awesome. But when it came to Georgia, he looked out of place. And really, Ohio State's defense last year was susceptible, and Ohio State fans would tell you that. But he got it done with Hassan Haskins, who will definitely be missed. He's gone. And that'll just lead me into who is gone. Hassan Haskins. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Bam. Pound it up the middle. You're going to get a first down and 4 carries. Go do it. But you need a little bit of that, and you need some action going off of that. You need to throw downfield so that is still capable running up the middle. Throw the ball downfield, and the offense is coming up, the philosophy. But so who is gone? Oh boy, it's pretty tough. We lost Aiden Hutchinson and David Ojabo on the the defensive line, who accounted for 25 sacks. So that's tough. But I think the defensive scheme is going to remain the same, and we'll see who's back here in a little bit. But Daxton Hill, I think, will be a first-round draft pick. I think he underachieved here at Michigan, but I liked his tenacity and availability. He was always there. He never got hurt. Josh Ross headed up our defense, calling plays. He's going to be missed. Andrew Vastardis, our center, will be missed, but we pretty much have a replacement for him, I think, through the transfer portal, and we'll talk about him later. So there's pretty much like the most impactful players that are gone from Michigan. Let's talk about who's back. We got Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh's back at head coach. He flirted with the NFL again, and he's back. It starts right there. McNamara and McCarthy are back at quarterback. Corum and Edwards are back at running back. All and Schoonmaker are back at tight end. And Bell is back after injury. He didn't play after the first game when he got injured, tore something in his knee, I believe. But he's going to be back. And you got Cornelius Johnson, Henning, Rowan Wilson, Andrew Anthony, all coming back at wide receiver as well. And then you have Morris and Smith, Benny, and Upshaw are all really good defensive linemen that have played and are back. You have Colson, Mullings, Hood, Turner, Green, Moore, and Moody, and Robbins, the kicker and punter, all coming back. And Sainristil, where does he fit in? So to end this, I'm going to talk about what the defense will look like. I think it'll be more of a give and take. We're not going to be able to pressure. I think it'll be more of a bend but not break defense, but I think we'll be able to scheme players to get to the quarterback. Maybe it's not the defensive line getting there. We have possibilities. And what should the offensive philosophy be? I say plug J.J. McCarthy in, as you'll see right here, and throw the football downfield. That should open up the running attack. There's a reason no one has a fullback anymore, including Michigan now, which is awesome. You gotta sling it around and keep the defense guessing. You have to be able to do it all. Long downfield passes, intermediate, short, and run the football. Wide, up to middle, cutbacks, counters, reverses. You have to be able to do it all, and I think Michigan has the players to do that, and I'm going to show you them right now. J.J. McCarthy and Donovan Edwards, I think, will start at quarterback and running back. Blake Corum is going to be a great, he's like starter 1B. He's great. I think as you go to the receivers here, we have quarterback J.J. McCarthy, and I think he'll start. And his backup, Cade McNamara. J.J. McCarthy won't start the first game or whatever, but I think he should. This is what I think the roster should look like. And this doesn't have freshmen that weren't early enrolled. This is just players on the roster too deep. Eric Hall and Luke Schoonmaker are both back seniors. That is amazing. That helps. Cornelius Johnson is a senior. Ronnie Bell is a senior. There's your 1-2 punch. Andrew Anthony had that one great game versus Michigan State and killed it, but everyone had a great game versus Michigan State in the passing, so we'll see what he can do. Roman Wilson I like, and AJ and Henning. He can start too in the slot. Either one. AJ Henning, has all them reverses and stuff. I think Roman Wilson is a better pass catcher, but both are juniors and both have good measurements for that slot. Now we talk about the offensive line, which is awesome. Ryan Hayes back, senior, 6'7", 307. Zach Zenner back, junior, 6'6", 320. Olasanga Alawatumi, who basically I'm saying is going to replace Vastardis. He was a Remington finalist last year for Virginia, I believe. 6'3", 310. And Trevor Keegan is a senior, 6'6", 324. Jeff Percy, Jr., I think, will step in at right tackle, 6'7", 305. And look at the backups. I mean, Tristan Bounds, 6'8", 282. Joel Hadid, sophomore, 6'5", 318. Reese Atterbury, Jr., 6'5", 307. Trente Jones, senior, 6'4", 307. Raheem Anderson is a sophomore, 6'3", 302. We have the size, we have the length, we have the weight. It looks pretty good there for the offensive line. Let's see the defensive line. I like it. Even though we lost Aiden Hutchinson and Ojabo, we have Mike Morris, senior, 6'6", 278. Mozzie Smith, senior, 6'3", 326 at nose tackle. At D tackle, Rashawn Benny, 6'5", 392. And DN, Taylor Upshaw, senior, 6'4", 362. So 3 seniors, bam, defensive line starters, I think. And you have a senior backing up here, Julius Welskoff, senior, 6'6", 288. Junior, 6'5", 265 is Braden McGregor. We saw him a little bit in the spring game. Ike Owena, sophomore, and George Rooks, sophomore. The defensive line is going to be able to rotate, and they're going to be fine, I think. And we'll move down to the linebackers. Junior Colson, sophomore. He was a starter last year. He will be this year. Nakai Hill Green could be a starter, maybe over Jaden Hood. But I think Khalil Mullings will start. He played running back in the spring game, for crying out loud. I think he's going to be really good for us at middle linebacker. And Jaden Hood, I think, will get the start. And then you have Jalen Harrell and Joey Velasquez, who look pretty good, the senior. He provides depth. That's one thing. This is only 2 deep. So we have more depth than this, which is pretty exciting. Harbaugh has built it all up. And I didn't understand why he would want to leave, but he's back. Here's the secondary. Cornerback, Will Johnson. He's got to start. He has to help us out. He's 6'3" and 190. He's ready. He was the number 1 or 2 corner in the nation, depending on where you looked. DJ Turner, I think, will be starting again. Senior. It could be Jalen Perry, who knows, or German Green, another senior. So a lot of seniors, and then Will Johnson there in the 2 deep for the corners. Jamon Green, German's twin brother, is a senior. I think he will start at strong safety. He's 6'2", 181. He has experience. And Rod Moore had got valuable experience last year as a freshman. He's a little bit underweight at 173, but he is a good player and he's a good tackler too. And backing them up are Jordan Morant, a junior, and Caden Colasar, a senior. So, and then let's not forget Jake Moody's back, who is probably the best kicker in the nation. And Brad Robbins is arguably the best punter in the nation, but definitely the best punter in the Big Ten. And they're both back. So Michigan isn't just going to lay over and die because the game is in Ohio State this year. We have talent, and it's up to Jim Harbaugh, I think, to unleash the talent. Utilize it for once, and Michigan will have another great season. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and y'all have a good night, day, whenever this posts.